Hey guys, stay tuned because I'm going to be telling you all about one of the best ways to immerse yourself in a local culture while on a budget. Hey guys, welcome to Finding Yugen. If you're new to the channel, my name is Ryan and this channel is all about responsible adventuring while on a budget. And today we are going to be talking about an app called Couchsurfing. Aussie and I actually used this awesome service when we stayed in Prague. We stayed with an amazing host. Her name is Isabella, so make sure you guys hit her up. So we stayed with her for absolutely nothing, and we ended up spending less than $100 each for the whole weekend we were there. And if you haven't seen how awesome that weekend was yet, make sure you check out the videos. I'm going to leave them up here and in the description down below. Just make sure that you come back to this video because you do not want to miss this information. Couchsurfing is an app that helps you stay or connect with locals wherever you go for free. There is a $60 opt-in fee for verification if you'd like that. We'll go into verification a little bit later, but first I want to address some major concerns that pop up whenever I talk about couchsurfing with anybody. So the common misconception about couchsurfing is that it's totally unsafe. Why would you stay with someone you don't know, etc. I just want to kind of break that stigma. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos that talk about negative couchsurfing experiences, but actually couchsurfing does offer a lot of safety measures that if you follow correctly, you'll have an amazing time. And right now I am going to go over those safety measures so you know how to use couchsurfing in the safest way possible. The first safety measure I want to touch on is the verification system. So to get verified, it's a one-time $60 payment, and you get 24/7 user support. You get to be able to send more than 10 introductions to people that you would like to meet, but most importantly, it helps Couchsurfing identify that you are who you say you are. So if you go on someone's profile and you see that they have that verification check mark, you know that they are who they say they are. So the second safety measure you should take is checking out the praise section of every host that you might be staying with. So the praise section is like a reference system. So every host can write a reference for each guest that stays with them, and every guest can write a reference for each host they stay with. So if a host has plenty of awesome references, you're pretty solid in knowing that they're a safe host. And while we're on the topic of checking out profiles, each profile has about 9 sections. So if you're looking for a host and they haven't filled out those 9 sections, you can probably tell that they're really not someone you should be wanting to stay with. The 9 sections are the About Me section, the Praise or References section, the Teach, Learn, Share section, Why I'm on Couchsurfing, Music, Movies, and Books, One Amazing Thing I've Done, What I Can Offer Hosts, Countries I've Visited, and Countries I've Lived. So make sure you guys thoroughly check out each profile before sending someone a message so you can see how compatible you are in staying with that person. So the next safety measure you can take is leaving emergency contact information. God forbid, if anything actually did happen, Couchsurfing can reach someone for support. One last thing that you can do is report someone who you think is unsafe. Just one quick thing about that, Couchsurfing cannot contact local authorities if you're already staying with someone who you think is unsafe. In those cases, you'll want to contact the local authorities yourself. But things to keep in mind when looking at a user's profile: are they asking for any kind of labor? Are they persistent about switching your conversation to another social platform? Because that can be a clear, surefire way of them trying to avoid Couchsurfing standards. Or have they also had another Couchsurfing account before? You know, they already got one account taken down, they're probably not the safest person to be around. So now that we've gone over some safety measures that you guys can take, I want to go over some things that you should keep in mind about Couchsurfing in general. So yes, Couchsurfing is an awesome way to meet locals and have free accommodation, but just keep in mind, guys, it's probably not always going to be the luxury accommodation that someone with maybe a more luxurious taste of travel would be looking for. So if that's not you, you might want to skip this service. But if you are using this service, you're probably not, the most luxurious traveler. This service is all about living life through a local's eyes. If you want to meet someone, get to know their perspective on life in the city that they're in, then this is for you. And though many hosts do provide private rooms, just keep in mind that it's called Couchsurfing for a reason, so you can't always expect to have the most private of all places in someone's home. The second thing to keep in mind is that you don't have to use Couchsurfing to stay with someone overnight. You can definitely just use it to hang out with someone, meet up in a public area, take a stroll around, meet a new friend to talk to, and like I said, see what their city is like through a local's eyes. Next up is to be courteous and kind of your host's living arrangements or house rules. Just remember, even though it's your vacation, this is your host's living space. So make sure that you guys are being respectful of that. If they want to spend all their time with you while you're there, awesome. If they are just offering the space for you to stay and are a little bit standoffish and maybe they don't want to spend every second with you, that's cool too. Just make sure you guys gauge and have an open conversation with your host about what their expectations are about your stay there. Next up is leave a reference, guys. Make sure that you leave a good reference for your host if they're a good host. The thing is that hosts rely on good references to host more people, and this platform is all about meeting people. It's all about trust. So there's no way to know if you can trust someone better than going through all the references and seeing how good the references are. Pro tip is to write a reference for your host before asking for a reference from them, if they haven't already written one for you. But the thing is, if you write a reference first, they can see how much your hospitality meant to them before they write a reference for how good of a guest you are, and it'll put them in higher spirits to write you a good reference. The next thing is that even though it is cool that you get free accommodation through Couchsurfing, the best part about it is living the local experience for however long you're there. So make sure that you guys ask about where to go, what to see, what to do. I know a lot of hosts might say, well, you can find that stuff on tourist websites, but the thing is, a lot of locals know of different places to go that aren't really on tourist websites, and you want that local experience. A big part of responsible traveling is supporting local businesses, and Asia and I love to do that wherever we go, and there's no better place to go for information like that than through locals. That being said, don't just see your hosts as a means to an end. Don't just use them to see about like where all the best places are. Make sure that you involve them, talk to them, get to know them. These people are letting you into their home for probably 2 to 3 nights, so make sure that you guys actually try to develop a relationship with the people that you are staying with. Alright guys, so that is your quick intro to Couchsurfing. If there's anything else you want to know, just ask me in the comments down below. No, this is not a sponsored video. I am in no way affiliated with Couchsurfing. I just love using the platform, and I plan on making more videos about Couchsurfing in the future, such as how to set up your account, and why I actually prefer Couchsurfing to Airbnb as an ethical platform. So if you guys are interested, let me know. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I release videos every Thursday, so I hope to see you guys soon.